Yeah, from the rising of the sun to the going down of the same. Hey, your name is worthy. Your name is to be praised. Yeah, yes, sir. What's going on to each and every one of you all? Good evening, good evening, good evening. You already know it is that time. It is Let's Talk with the CEO. I am your boy. I am your friend, your brother, your nephew, all that good stuff. I am Jorad Holmes, the founder and the CEO of the Florida Gospel Music Awards, formerly Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, and I'm so excited about what is getting ready to take place on in a couple of weeks. Literally, we were about a month and a half away, almost about a month or so away from the biggest night in Florida gospel music. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited about this year. This is our 10th year celebration, and I'm telling y'all, if y'all have never attended the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, make it y'all business to get in the place for the Florida Gospel Music Awards. It's going to be bananas. Shout out to my girl, Lady Drina. What's going on? She will be joining us. Listen, she's going to be joining us while she's tuned in. She's going to be joining us for Where Are They Now? That's right, the Where Are They Now, the kickoff special for the Florida Gospel Music Awards. Listen, we have some of our past winners of the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards that will be joining us. We're going to be chatting about their experiences through the awards. I'm telling y'all, we have Michael Lee. We have the one and the only, y'all. Listen, we have the Dove. That's right. Dove Award winner. The Dove Award worship leader. One of the greatest worship leaders that we have in the country. That is Miss LaRue Howard. Yes, she is a Tampa Bay Gospel Award winner, as well as my brother Jay Williams. We have my girl J.E. White. We have Janelle. We have my girl Phyllis Wong. Bobby Ingram, and like I said, Lady Drina. Listen, this will be kicking off on Thursday, October the 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all need to tune in because y'all just never know what we're going to be doing. We might be giving away some money. We might be giving away some tickets to the show. You just never know what we are doing, what we're going to do. So make it your business to get in the place virtually right here on Florida Gospel Music Awards page. For more, go to the website, all that good stuff. Listen, as well as y'all already know, the Emerging Artist Showcase. And that's what we're here tonight. We're here tonight to talk to our emerging artists that are going to be taking the stage for the Emerging Artist Showcase, hosted by my brother, none other than Montreal Harris. I'm telling y'all now, it's going to be bananas. So y'all just make sure y'all get in the place. Peace Progressive Missionary Baptist Church, 2607 East 24th Avenue in Tampa, Florida. You all don't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. And if y'all have not gotten y'all tickets for the prayer breakfast, oh God, let me tell y'all something. This is, out of all the events during our weekend, this is the most highly anticipated event during the entire show, during the entire weekend. Yes, everybody wants to know who won their categories, who just won, who's going to be there. But let me tell y'all something. It's something about when you can bring believers in all aspects together to lift up the name of Jesus and just pray. That is what we're doing. This is our 3rd year hosting our prayer breakfast encounter, and I'm telling y'all, it's going to be bananas. This year we have my little brother, Pastor Keontre Porter, is going to be leading us into a moment of prayer and intercessory. Listen, I'm telling y'all, get in the building. If y'all have not gotten y'all tickets yet, what are y'all waiting for? Like, real talk, what are y'all waiting for? Listen, it is only $10, only $10 to attend the prayer breakfast. Listen, most prayer breakfasts you're going to find they're going to be like $30, $40, $50 or even more. But ours is only $10. $10, y'all. So make sure y'all go. It is $10 and you can cash app to $FGMA 2024. And we will be giving out awards on that morning. So again, we can't let y'all know which awards to come, which awards we're giving out. You just have to be in the building to see exactly which awards are going to be giving out. Listen, we have Dina Ramey, Amanda Jackson, Tisa Stevens, and DeMarcus Williams from South Florida that will be joining us. Listen, we have some more surprises. All the whole entire weekend, we have nothing but surprises, giveaways, the whole 9 yards. So if you have not gotten your ticket for the prayer breakfast, listen, I'm telling y'all, don't just come to the awards Saturday night. Make it your business. Sacrifice to come to the prayer breakfast encounter. It starts at 9 o'clock. It is a moment of networking, food, fun, entertainment, prayer, intercessory, the whole 9 yards. And like I said, we'll be giving out awards that night, as well as, that's right, the 10th year celebration of the Florida Gospel Music Awards, formerly Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, hosted by my girl Courtney Sharp and my boy Cepeda McKay. Listen, I'm telling y'all, the lineup is sick. Y'all just in for a treat. We have Big Phil, Damon Orlando. We have Eddie Crockett, Ishika Purpose. We have Lenoris McFadden and Proof, Ladale Cole, Lady C. We have 111, Minister L.A. Johnson, and a whole lot more artists that are going to be taking the stage this year for the biggest night in Florida gospel music, y'all. This is Florida gospel music, y'all. The biggest night, as well as, listen, congratulations to all of our honorees, y'all. Listen, we have Dr. Jeffrey Johnson, Dr. Mark Payne. I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago. I also interviewed my brother Keyshawn Miller, as well as the new Sea Lord Seas. We have the exciting Gospel Warriors, as well as this year we're giving away 3 awards for the Dr. CPX Pastoral Leadership Award. These individuals have been pastoring for a very long time, and they are over the age, I believe they're over the age of 90. And one of them, which is Pastor Madison Murray Sr., who is still living, he just turned 100 years old. He's not pastoring anymore. He did retire, but we wanted to honor him for his years of service. And I tell you, turning 100 years old is a blessing. Listen, I'm praying the Lord allows me to see 100 years old. But I'm excited. We have Dr. H.L. Daniels, as well as we have Dr. N.S. Sanders. So make sure you all are in the building. Again, go to myfloridagospelmusic.com and grab your ticket today. Grab your ticket. You don't want to miss this in this whole entire weekend. Well, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. I'm excited because I need y'all to do me a favor. I need you all to share, tag, like, share, tag, love, tell somebody. I need y'all to tag your family members, tag your church members, tag somebody that needs to be in the building tonight to catch all this great information. Listen, we're going to have an awesome time. Listen, we're going to have an awesome time with Let's Talk with myself, the CEO. So I'm so excited. Listen, I'm probably going to forget where some of these artists are. But y'all don't judge my head. Y'all don't judge me. Praise the Lord. Y'all pray for your boy. Amen. But listen, I think we're gonna start. Let's go all the way to Miami. We're gonna start there. And we're gonna welcome them in one by one. So I'm excited with my boy, my brother, Kenneth Day Jr. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. How's it going with you?
Man, going well, going well. Let's see, who can we got? We're gonna go. Let's bring Tampa in the building. Simmone, what's going on, Simmone?
Hi, what's up?
What's going on? Let's see, Clearwater, what's going on? Righteous,
What's going on, family?
what's
Good
going
evening.
on? Listen, I'm trying to think where everybody is from, but I'm probably gonna get somebody wrong. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do it like this because that's all I can think about right now. Tishema, what's going on, Tishema?
Hey there. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, everybody.
What's going on?
I'm doing great.
Divine, what's going on, our sister? What's going on? What's going on?
Hi,
Let's see.
everybody.
Let's see who else we got in the building. I see my boy. I think he's in Orlando. FaceDaZoe. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, family? How y'all feeling? God bless y'all.
What it do?
Everything
And
blessed. Everything blessed.
let's see. Darrell Holloman. What's going on, Darrell? Oh, you're on mute.
My bad. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on? And I see one more person, but I can their devices is not connected. So we're gonna move forward. Listen, and I'm gonna try to get to see if they are available as well. Which is we have a manager in the building, so I want to invite them as well. Lou and Chanel Johnson, what's going on? They'll probably come on in a minute. But listen, so let's go ahead and get started. Listen, I'm just excited about just what's getting ready to take place during the Florida Gospel Music Awards, during the Emerging Artist Showcase. And I'm excited. So let's jump right into it. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited as well. Anytime when it comes down to this is our second year, I think third year, I think with this particular showcase that we're doing, because one of the things I want to give artists an opportunity to be heard. A lot of the artists won't be able to take that main stage, which is okay. We still have an opportunity throughout the whole entire weekend to be heard. So I'm excited that you all have been chosen again. And I'm just excited to hear you all in person. Those that I have not heard before. I think the only ones that I have not heard in person, but again, I've done my research on every last one of you all. So that is the main reason why. And then some highly recommended from some people. So definitely shout out to my boy, Pastor Scrappy, who's in the building. My boy, Pastor Scrap, Matthew Harris. So listen, I'm excited just for what God is getting ready to do through the showcase. Listen, I'm throwing this question out to anybody that wants to answer. What is your expectation of the showcase? What do you want to get out of the showcase? Anybody can answer that. We're going to throw that out there. So, whoever wants to answer. Now, don't be shy. Come on, y'all.
Well, I'm expecting great things, man. I just really just the opportunity to get uh, to share my craft with everybody. And first and foremost, I give honor to what honor is due. I thank God that you've even have a venue for this kind of thing to happen for people who are breaking out into the scene or whatever. And so just excited for the opportunity to let other people know what I'm doing and what God is doing with me, through me, and by me, man. So yeah,
Absolutely.
excited.
Absolutely. Listen, I think we got my boy Sticks. That got to be Pernell Ponder. That got to be Pernell, because that's the only one I can think of. That's a drummer. But if this is Pernell, say something. But yeah, most definitely. Writeous is a Christian hip hop artist, y'all. So definitely make sure y'all go get all their music. Everybody that's on here has music. Shout out to one of our board members, Pastor Cynthia Melvin Portier. She will be there. You all will get a chance to meet her. And so excited just for the board of directors. We have some amazing stuff coming up. But anybody else? Let's see. Anybody else what are your expectations, or what do you expect to see or feel during the show?
I'll tap in, man. I want to see everybody enjoy the Lord. One thing, whenever I minister, man, I always leave it all on the table. I leave it all on the floor, and I know it's nothing but the presence of God that intercede on my behalf. So I just love seeing people happy and just enjoying themselves in the presence of God.
Absolutely. Listen, that's definitely important. My boy, Pastor Scrappy said exposure. Absolutely. And that's exactly what that whole weekend is. Definitely exposures. We're going to connect you all to different radio announcers that will be in the building. So anyone else want to answer that question?
Yes, but first let me say thank you. I'm gonna piggyback off my friend here. Say thank you for this platform that you have put before us as independent artists, new artists, and whatever else that you all would like to call us. Because without you, this wouldn't be possible. Without the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards, South Florida Gospel Awards, none of this would be possible. So we thank you. But yeah, what I'm looking for is for a higher level of ministry to take place, because we do this in church every Sunday. But to come together as a family, as a unit, as different artists, to come and to showcase what God has given us, I'm looking for a higher level of anointing to come forth. And as you say, an opportunity to be exposed to the world, because you never know where God will take us. So I'm looking for my ministry of music that He's given me to reach the nations, to reach the highest of heights that I've never seen before, to be blessed by God.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anyone else want to piggyback in that?
I would say, man, looking as everybody said, man, appreciate the consideration and the thoughts of thinking of, myself and the new Cavaliers. But building relationships, man, with other artists and from, it's all gospel music, whether it be quartet, gospel rap or whatever. But building friendships, man, and building a family to support each other and get each other's music out and on the platforms and things like that, and just let everybody else know that may not know a particular artist, about these people, and just strong support of each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, I'm so excited because we have quartet, we have Christian hip hop, I think we have Caribbean, if I'm not mistaken, that are all going to be taking part on that Friday night. We have traditional gospel music. Listen, do we have any jazz artists? Any jazz artists or any soulful type gospel artists or anything? Listen, let me tell y'all something. All their music is absolutely amazing. Let me just say that every last one. So make sure you all grab their music. I want to say this. I'm not going to put her on the spot, but I want to say this. We are praying with our sister Dyvne, y'all. And I said this before we got on. She lost her mother, and I think her celebration of life is this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So we're praying with Dyvne. So y'all make sure y'all join us in prayer with our sister. Listen, we believe God to be a healer, and He's a mender of the heart. So we're definitely praying, continue prayers for her. Listen, FaceDaZoe. Listen, you are a new artist that I have not met. But like I said, shout out to Pastor Scrap, who highly recommended. Highly recommended
Appreciate that,
you
Scrap.
to be a part of this celebration. So you are a new artist, not really a new artist, but you really for people that may not know you. So can you share like your ministry? Like, what is your ministry all about, and what is your approach to when it comes down to ministry and music?
Okay, so appreciate you guys for the opportunity, and again, thank you, Scrap, for the referral. It's honestly, God transformed my life in 2016. To be honest, I was in the secular music arena, and I was in the world, and God just did a whole turnaround in my life. And when He put music, I gave music up for 3 years, and when I picked the music back up, I started training youth to rap and taking them to conferences. And it was the moment when I surrendered my music to God and told God I'm okay even if it's not me. That's when He opened the doors for me to begin to do music and minister. And from that point, the Lord just started using me to make music that captivates youth and young people young at heart. So youth is really like my target audience. But honestly, the Lord just gave me this, and I pray I say this in all humility. It's like He gave me this gift where I could be able to reach people in any room. I mean, so I'm grateful for the gift that God gave me. I'm grateful for how God used it. But honestly, it's like my music is between street, soul, and gospel, and it has a way of pulling in young people and helping them to think and see where they at in their life, and then point them back to Jesus. That's it, though. Could you hear me?
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. Definitely love it. Do we have any musicians that play keys? Any musicians that play keys? Okay, so I see my boy Kenneth.
I'm no marching, but
Simmone as well. Yeah, so it's definitely listen. When I tell y'all, is it tough to play and sing at the same time? Do you get a chance to play and sing at the same time, or do you rather just do one or the other?
Me personally,
I'd
I'd
rather
rather
do
do one or the other, but it does get easier as you keep doing it, singing and playing. But when I first started out doing it, I would be so focused on one or the other thing that I would mess up. So, yeah. But the more you do it, the more you get confident in yourself. And yeah, everything takes practice. So,
Gotcha, Kenneth.
well, like she say, it's very complicated. I mean, I'd rather do one than the other. Because once you start playing and singing and you get caught up, one hand gonna come off. You want to give God a praise, but then you got to remember you're playing, so you got to put both hands back on the keyboard. So I'd rather sing than play and sing. But if I have to do both, then God be with me and pray that I don't get too caught up.
Right. Listen, Simone is the daughter of our one of our honorees this year. We're honoring Dr. Mark Payne. So I'm so excited about that. So y'all will get a chance to know more about Dr. Mark Payne and his musical background. But y'all can go back a couple of weeks and review some of the live that I did with Dr. Payne to go to so that y'all will know more about it. He had the opportunity to play live on Facebook, which was absolutely amazing. So definitely excited about that. Dyvne and Tishema, listen to you both. Like, what are your expectations for this coming October? Like, what are you expecting for?
Me personally, to be honest with you, is getting the opportunity to meet other people who love God. That's always like a big thing for me, like getting a chance to meet other people who love God the way the way I love God. Because sometimes you get so stuck in where you go to worship, and you just think that only they love God, but no, there's other people who love God just as much as you may love God. So that's always a plus for me, meeting other people who love God, and then meeting other people who do different styles of ministering the gospel, getting a chance to connect with them as well. So that's another thing for me as well. Um, I look at the whole opportunity that is being presented to me, to be honest with you, as a win-win all around the board, because I'm getting a chance to meet people I would have never met anywhere. I'm getting a chance to share my music with people who may have never even heard my music or heard my name. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God for the moment, and for the fellowship and for the relationships that will be built. Because I never know. I might get to write a song with one of you. I might get to collab on one of your songs. So it just, so I'm grateful for the opportunity and the relationships that will be built.
Absolutely. Listen, my girl Kenya C. Willis, she says it all the time. Networking is key. Listen, she says that nonstop. She always says that networking is key. Come with a mindset to network because you just don't know. Um, you're a new artist in a new city to new people. So some of you all have not had the opportunity to minister in Tampa yet. So this is an opportunity for you all to connect with new artists, with new individuals that are definitely going to be in the building um, on Friday night. So definitely I am excited about that. Dyvne, let me hear from you. What about yourself?
Um, I'm really not sure because I don't want to expect one thing. I'm just really want to be in the house to expect God to show up in a major way. I've been ministering in Tampa or around the Tampa area with my dad. If anybody knows my dad, Apostle Jail Cash, you should know me. But it's going to be different doing it alone. So I am expecting God to show up in a major, major way. I'm looking for great relationships, great instructions on how to move forward with the ministry that God has entrusted me with. Long as I get the tools and the stuff that I need outside of what my dad has already given me, I know everything else is going to be a win-win. So I'm just expecting of everything. I'll just say it like that. Not one in particular thing. I'm gonna just say expectant of everything. So whatever take place in Jesus' name is what's gonna happen.
Listen, I absolutely love it. I listen when I say, and that's the thing. Come expecting everything that God has for that night. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be an awesome night that we're going to have. Like real talk, it's going to be an awesome. This is a question for everyone. Um, has there been a place to where you have went that is the hardest that you felt like it was to minister somewhere? And I'll give y'all an example. For me, there was some times where I had to go certain places and it was so tough for me to minister somewhere. Have you had that opportunity? Have you had that feeling of where you went somewhere to minister? It was like it was so tough to minister somewhere. Like anybody ever felt that?
I can say for me, one of the hardest places for me to minister, actually, because of what I do, which is Christian hip hop, is a church. I have kind of a mental block because I'm also a pastor as well, and a pastor who coming into Christian hip hop was told that I needed to choose one or the other. I can't do both, and so I know that there's still some mentalities out there where Christian hip hop is not really respected in churches or allowed in churches, and so whenever I go into that situation, I'm almost leery, like how are they going to receive what it is that God's gifted me with, and for the most part, it's a mental challenge for me, so it's hard for me, but it's not been as ill received as I thought initially. So I'm grateful to God that people are coming over and are understanding that it is ministry, as much ministry as singing and other things, other different ministries as well. But just me getting over that in my mind and in my heart, that's been a challenge, honestly.
I got you. Anyone else?
I'd
I
say
know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I've had some experiences leading worship where it was kind of difficult for me, just because sometimes when you go to I've always come from a non-denominational background, and for the first time leading worship at like a Baptist church, like it's a completely different culture shock, and so I could be, jumping around and just really moving freely in my worship to the Lord, just because that's how I express myself. But then, that's not what everyone's used to. And so I did a lot of learning over the years, especially being under my dad's covering. He would always tell me, like, you can't always look at what the people are doing. That's not your job. Your job is to do what you're called to do, and to lead the room and point them to Jesus, and allow the Holy Spirit to move in them in however it is. So if they're sitting down, if their arms are crossed, or whatever it is, you can't look at that and say, oh, well, God's not doing anything, because you don't know that. God could just be moving in their heart in a different way. Not everybody has to worship the same way. And so that's a continuous learning process for me, even to this day, leading worship. I have to always keep my mind on the Lord, because I can easily look out and get those feelings of I'm not good enough, when it's not about me. It's about the Lord.
Absolutely. Kenya C. Willer, and when she said this, and this said it best, let your lyrics bless the house. Everyone will not be receptive, but it will bless many. Absolutely a true statement. Everybody, and here's the crazy part, and I'll say this. Even when it comes, and I know my brother Holloman can contest to this as well, even with quartet, there are a lot of people that may not like quartet. But one thing about it is, again, like what Kenya said, let the lyrics bless the house, because that's what's going to really be important, regardless of anything. A lot of people may not like the style of music, but but when it comes down to the lyrics of the song, they're going to remember the lyrics more than anything. So it's definitely important. Anyone else want to answer that question?
Yeah, just to go off of what you were saying, Quartet, Quartet. I've just found out, throughout the years period, even prior to having a group, um, a quartet crowd can be one of the toughest crowds. I mean, I'm talking about lovers of quartet. They can be a tough crowd at times. But growing, and as the young lady was saying, it is easy to, get discouraged when you kind of see that the crowd is not responding to you. But what I have learned over time is that just because they're not saying anything, a lot of times they may just be listening, and taking in what you're saying. But for me myself, it can be 200 people in the audience. I'm still working on accepting it, but I just ask now before I perform. I ask God to, if it's just one person that, you know what I mean, that is reached and that's touched, that's good enough for me. So just living with that. But as far as the question itself, I would definitely say toughest place is just any given moment in a quartet setting.
Gotcha. So here's a question, and here's a question for everybody, and I want to hear from everybody. What has been the hardest thing about being an artist? Not with the church, not with singing at church, but just the hardest thing itself while being an artist.
I'll go first.
Okay,
Being accepted. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because Jorad, you know my daddy.
correct.
Everybody on here may not know my daddy, and if you do, kudos to you. But I say being accepted because my dad is a heavy hitter. He cuts no corners. But I've always been confident standing alongside him doing ministry. But now being in the position that I am in, having to step aside from what I'm used to and getting used to something, the new normal, where I got to hit the stage, I got to do what I know God has gifted me to do, but without the person that made me confident in doing it. So being accepted is kind of like my issue. I'm kind of iffy, like should I do it, or is this really God telling me to do it, or anything like that. And I know we got a thing coming up on October 4th. And listen, when I tell y'all my nerves has been like because I I mean, from day one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am real as you see. But when it comes to saying, okay, Dyvne, you got to do this. As soon as Jorad told me you have been accepted to do that, I was like, wait, what? I didn't agree to do this. I just wanted to put the song out, let it hit the airwaves, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I done been questioning God every day since. And when I tell you the acceptance of people, but then I have to remember, who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for the people, or are you doing it for what God has called you to do? And that's the difference. When you know your why, then you won't have to worry about being accepted or not being accepted. So there you go.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
I'll piggyback off of what she's saying. I myself as well. For those who don't know, for over 27 years, under my uncle AJ. And he it was, definitely for me my favorite singer of all time, and one of the best to do it, and just stepping out of the light of AJ's nephew, but also um, just try to remember everything in 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 that he's taught me throughout the years, and do it to the highest level possible. The most difficult part is, in the beginning, having him here to even talk to him after a concert, before a concert, when I was, maybe a little nervous about it. And with him being now gone, it was definitely an adjustment. Not having that. I'm gonna say that comfort zone to, your own, whatever, da da da, and not having that, it has been such a huge adjustment. But the one thing that he told me, in the beginning, and always told me, but when everything got rolled with DNC was he always told me that you whatever you do, you take no back seats to nothing or nobody, and you do what you do. You don't have to worry about being better than anybody else. Anybody else, you be you, and you lift, you give God the praise at the highest that you can give Him. So that's the one thing that I take with me and keep with me to help me in those, I'm gonna say, those dark times. So that's about the different, the difference.
I wanted to share something. I would say one of the things that, based on the question that I could say that I had to kind of deal with is acceptance, accepting the gift, accepting the talent, accepting the ability. That was that was a little challenging for me at first because in my head I'm like, this is what you want me to do? And it's kind of like, okay, you will keep seeing I've gifted you in this area, and you see it and you see the manifestation of the and the fruit of it, but it's like, is this really what you want me to do? But it's like, it's there. What else you need me to do to tell you that this is what I gave you to use in the earth, if that makes sense. So it was like having a little bit of challenge accepting that, okay, this is what you want me to do. All right. So that was for me. That was a little bit challenging for me, just accepting it. Hey, I gave you these gifts, and I want you to accept what I give you and run with it. So yeah,
And that's what a lot of us, I think that's what a lot of us is accepting what he gives us. Um, and here's the thing, we done prayed for this. Now we just have to accept it of what we prayed for. So that's the major thing. Anyone else want to answer that question? What is the
Yeah,
hardest thing
mine
about
was
being an artist?
the hardest thing for
I'll
me
tap
about
in.
being an artist. My fear was being liked, whether they was gonna like me, love me, and as they say, accept the style of music that I bring to the table. Because we all don't do the runs alike. We all don't have the same style of music. We don't have the same musicians that play the same styles. So will you like what I bring to the table? Even though it is my ministry, and I was always taught whatever you do for God, let it be real. But we as people have a tendency to form cliques, and I hate to say it that way, but that's what it is, to form cliques and put people in different categories to say, I'm gonna put you over here because you are right, or I'm gonna put you on this side because you fit in with us. Your music kicking, it's slamming. You can, as they say now, you can dump the house and stuff like that. But that was my fear of being liked and also being accepted as an artist.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll tap back in. One thing that I struggled with in the beginning of my walk was removing my flesh out the way. We all artists and we all got a gift, we all got talent, we know how to use it. But it's that moment when you get out of ministering and you start operating in your flesh, like the praise, and when you see them engaging you. And to avoid that, to fight that, I have always had to, like, before I minister, tell God, let it be more of you and less of me. Like, remove me out of the way so that I can just minister to your people. Because I don't want to get caught up in the claps and the hands and the waving, and then I miss the opportunity to minister to God's people. But that's one for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone else?
I think for me, it's been doing business right. I've always been one of those artists, and this is my testimony. I've been one of those artists that makes music, but I make it for me. Like, I really hadn't really pushed it or, put money in. I put capital in when it comes to the front end. I want the best beat. I want the studio. I wanted to sound good. But then when it comes to marketing and making sure that the business side is tied up and tied in. Um, I really wasn't doing that, and amazingly, like when I actually did it this time, you know, um, all of this all of this kind of just fit together like a puzzle. So, I'm just grateful to God that He gave me the, wherewithal to actually follow through with the whole process. Um, but I not even realizing that it's still parts of it that I struggle with, and that I'm still growing and I'm still developing. But overall, I can say it was difficult, but it was worthwhile. To actually do it, and even timeline on the project and all of those different things. It's been different. So I'm grateful to God that we're on this side now and we're moving.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
Yes. I would say the vulnerability of it, just the songs that I would write was not also like your normal worship song that you would hear in church. So I was writing more from just like the frustrating seasons, the darker seasons, and then coming out of those seasons into, the light at the end of the tunnel. Just writing more vulnerable music that just is like speaking to that person when you're at home or in your car. I was afraid to step out on my own and write that kind of music because I felt like I always would put God in a box. Like you only had to sing it this way. You have to say Jesus this many times in your song. Otherwise, you're not a Christian artist. And the Lord really had to deal with my heart on that. So I think that was the biggest thing. And then also the comparison. I had a lot of artist friends that were my age, younger or older even, and they were all doing it and having really good engagement, and they were getting a lot of people supporting them. And then, I would look at my own stuff and I'd be like, well, why isn't mine doing, as good as theirs? So, putting out my first project last year, I really dealt with that a lot. I was like, it doesn't matter what that person is doing or this person's doing. My journey is going to look a totally different way than the next person's. And that's okay. Like, let that be okay. It doesn't have to blow up today. It doesn't have to blow up tomorrow. But as I continue to write and put out music, whatever it's going to do, it's going to do it. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Absolutely. Kenya said this, and listen, she's another person because I'm the same way. Investing in your marketing and branding is definitely important when it comes down to um, being an artist. Knowing the great rollout, it will save you a lot of hurt. And I think that's one of the things we as artists, and I can say as an artist myself, that was one of the toughest things for me was understanding when it comes down to how to push it out correctly, getting the word out about it. And I've and today I will always tell artists, always promote your project. You are a new artist in a new city. There are over 1 million and some people around this world that you need to promote your project to. Don't just promote it to your family. Yes, your family may support it, they may not support it. Um, your church family. But do you all know that there are people that live in Mexico that love God just as well as we do? There are people in Jamaica. There are people in United Kingdom, and there are people even in China that love God for real. So we have to really promote it. Again, if people don't buy our music here, or your family, your friends, your church don't buy your music, it is a-okay. There are 1,400 people around this world, 1 million and some people around this world else that will buy your music. So definitely continue pushing your project. Those new artists again. I want to go around. We're gonna do this. I want, if you all can remember, because I can't remember off the top of my head, your categories that you all are nominated for, so people will know exactly what category. Because I think everybody is nominated this year that's on the call. So, Kenneth Day, which categories are you nominated for?
I believe it's traditional artist of the year.
Okay. I think yes. Simmone.
I am nominated for Album of the Year.
Come on, album. Dyvne.
Best new artist of the year.
Come on, best new artist. Tishema.
Female artist of the year.
Come on, we got a female artist of the year. My brother Writeous.
Up for best new artist of the year.
Come on, we got best new artist. My brother Holloman.
Yes, sir. Best new group.
We got a best new group. Come on. I'm trying to think. Are you up for quartet group you too?
I don't know. If I am, I don't know about it, but I know best new group
Hey,
for sure.
listen. I'm telling y'all. Like half of this stuff. A lot of this stuff. Once we get past a lot of this stuff, it goes out my head. So, FaceDaZoe, my brother. Do you know which category you are in?
I believe gospel hip hop award. Not gospel, Christian rap.
Gotcha. Listen. Yeah, so make sure you all listen. Y'all go get y'all tickets to support these amazing artists, y'all. Listen, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be bananas. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be straight bananas. Listen, that's right. The Emerging Artist Showcase is going to be on Friday, October the 4th at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. This is a free event. There is no admission to come into this build to the place. So you might want to get there. Let's support. You all will be seeing another flyer coming out within the next couple of days. I was sharing with them before we jumped on. There is a special announcement that will be showed that I will be giving out. That I'll be sharing with them very soon. I can't share it now because I'm waiting on confirmations on a few things. But if everything goes as planned, we will be making that announcement very, very soon. And I think it's going to really help our artists and all that. So definitely listen. I'm telling y'all are in for a treat for 2025. Listen. Shout out to Yolanda Fabian Radio, which is Yolanda Fabian. She is another person that is on our board of directors. That is another person that you need to meet. Kenya C. Willer, you all need to meet. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in. Listen, definitely, absolutely on behalf of the board of directors, congratulations, major congratulations to each and every one of you all. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. Again, like I said, I'm excited about meeting you all, those that I have not met yet, those that I already met, or we just been again, thank God for social media. We honor God for social media, get a chance to meet a lot of these artists. I have not met a few of these artists, and then we also have Annie Glover. She's not on the call tonight. And then we have my brother Pernell Ponder Jr., as well as we have Lorraine Williams from Jacksonville. But listen, can we talk about the panel? Listen, this year, actually, I think it was like 2 years ago, we started doing this initiative. We started doing this initiative to help artists to understand to better their craft. Anybody that knows me knows I want to help better our artists, either when it comes down to stage presence or when it comes down to just different ways to approach their song and so forth and so forth. And this year, we're continuing that same tradition. And this year we have a panel that's going to help all of our artists. They're going to give them constructive criticism, because one thing about it, myself as an artist, we don't find too many stuff going on anymore where we have a panel to give constructive criticism. I remember when I first started, I had an individual, and it's so crazy, and I can share this now publicly. She's one of my board of directors, which is Miss Wanda Patterson. My very first single that came out, this is with her comment, and we laugh about it now. but it's so funny. It's so funny now because the song came out in 2014 and she simply said, I don't like that song. So I was like, this is my first song and you telling me you don't like it? But then it didn't stop me because it allowed me to grow and better myself and better my craft and everything. And I had to learn about that because everybody's not goes back to, I think somebody said it or in the comments, everybody's not going to like the music that you release, but you cannot allow that to stop you. I've learned from that. And here I am years later, songs that I released, award-winning singles. I have a song that's been on billboards, song that I have two songs that I had the opportunity to minister on TV twice. So it's just amazing when you just take what people give, take that and allow it to grow. So one of the things, and I shared this, and I can share this now, is don't even worry about the panel. And I know when we say panel and then people sitting in front of you, that's the nervousness that's going to come in. And I already know some people are going to be nervous regardless. But I always would say, don't allow the panelists to scare you, to allow it to the nerves to kick in. At the end of the day, just allow God, just think with them as being another person in the audience and just minister what God has given you. Trust and believe. And I already know that people are going to love each and every one of your projects. Again, with our panel, I'm excited. Again, we have some changes to the whole entire event, but I'm telling y'all are in for a treat. We have the 3-time NAACP and Grammy nominated producer and artist, my brother Nathan Mitchell. He is a jazz artist and he started off in gospel. Still a great musician. He's a great musician, and great artist. And I'm excited about having him a part. She's in the comment sections, which is Kenya C. Willer, which is my girl. She is also the founder and the CEO of the Praise and Worship Experience Black History Month Church Awards right there in South Florida, Delray Beach. So listen, that is another award show that I need y'all to get connected to. Y'all get connected to Kenya C. Willer. She's going to be there that weekend. Make sure you all connect with her. Listen, y'all need to get to Delray Beach, February. I don't want to get the date wrong. February the 11th. Kenya, if you're in the comment sections, please tell the people what's the date. I can't think of the date. February the 8th. I knew it was something. February the 8th, and we'll be in Delray Beach. So make sure you all get in the building. It's going to be awesome. And she does it outside. It is the largest outside award show. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all have never experienced an award show outside, y'all are in for a treat. So make sure you all get in the building. But then we also have none other than Dana Mackey, who is a stellar nominated artist, as well as my auntie Linda Monroe, who was a vocalist with the one and the only, the legendary James Cleveland. So I'm telling y'all, somebody that knows her stuff. And when I tell y'all, she shifted that atmosphere last year. So when I tell y'all, it's more than just singing. This is a ministry. At the end of the day, we can be artists all day long. We can be singers all day long. We can release music, but at the end of the day, it is still ministry. We want somebody to be touched by our music, whether it's quartet, whether it's traditional gospel music, whether it's soulful gospel music, whether it's Christian hip hop, whether it's choir music, praise and worship music, whatever type of music that we release, we want it to make sure that it's about ministry. So what I tell y'all, it's going to be an incredible experience that y'all do not want to miss. Listen, and y'all tune in. Listen, next week I'll be right back with my girl. We'll be on my girl's time. That's right, with Kenya C. Willer. That's right, the CEO, next week at 8 p.m. Listen, we're going to be chatting about the Florida Gospel Music Awards. So I'm telling y'all now, y'all are in for a treat. When us two CEOs get together, listen, you just never know. Last time we was together a couple of weeks ago, we was on more than what we were supposed to be on. That was Kenya's fault. That wasn't my fault. But we thank God for Kenya C. Willer. Listen, my last question, and then we're done for tonight. What is your expectation for the entire weekend? Or actually, no. When you got the notice, let's do that, and then we'll end. When you got the notice that you was going to take the stage at the Florida Gospel Music Awards for the Emerging Artist Showcase, what went through your head? I want to hear from everybody. Kenneth Day, I'm starting with you.
I ran out the house down the street, told my neighbor, told my friend, and came back, and what ran through my head was God did it again.
I love it. Listen, God did this, and that's a whole testimony right there. Watch yourself. That's a whole testimony. Simmone.
I'm definitely nervous, excited. I was, yeah, definitely excited because I'm stepping out my own as an artist. So for the first time. So yeah, I was like really, really nervous, but also excited. It's the first time or second time actually I'll be performing one of my songs from my album. So
Absolutely. Listen, let me tell you something. Simone is an amazing artist. I don't know why she's telling some she's nervous or get nervous. She's an amazing artist. I done heard her sing, I think, twice this year. This year. So listen, shout out to Annie Glover. She had actually a church outing, so she was unable to be with us on tonight. She is another amazing artist that will be taking the stage in October. So make sure you all support her, get her music as well. Listen, yeah, Writeous.
For me, it was pandemonium, man. It was like, initially it was just humility. Like I'm just grateful to be in the number, man, and to be included. But then also just that panic did hit. I can't lie. It's like, oh man, wait a minute. This is a big deal, man, to me. And so I'm grateful to God for the opportunity and looking forward.
Absolutely. Tishema. Uh-oh, you're muted.
I was beyond floored. I was like, what? Are you what is happening here? I just felt like, okay, I feel like I'm a new kid on the block, and this is all of this stuff is happening. And I'm just like amazed at God, to be honest. Like, what is going on? I mean, even up to the nomination, even walking into that was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? I went to look at the nominations. Let me hurry up because I know everybody else have to say their piece. I went to look at the nominations to look for somebody else's name who I knew. When I saw my name, it was like, what? What? All I could do was just I got online. I'm like, listen, y'all, and just start telling the people about the goodness of God. That's all I could do, man. Because I just felt like I'm a newbie, and already all of this is happening. I'm like, I haven't seen anything yet, man. God is blowing my mind. I'll leave it at that. He's just blowing my mind, to be honest with you. So that was my experience. I just had to like jump on, like the man said, he ran out in the street.
Oh yeah.
I had to call somebody. I'm like, who can I call? And I have a group of friends that are close to me. They're like my village when it comes to doing things in the Lord, that I'll call, I'll pray out. If I'm going to minister, they'll know, hey, you made it. I made it back. I had to call somebody, and nobody would answer the phone. And I'm like, who is up? I need to call one of my people. So yeah, but I'm excited, blown away, blown away, blown away.
I love it. Divine.
When I found out that I was even nominated, I was actually just landing, getting in from Detroit, and my mom happened to see the thing before I saw it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I just released my song top of January 2023. What you mean I'm nominated?" She was like, your brother just sent me this thing that you're nominated for something with somebody named Jorad. I was like, well, first of all, I don't know who Jorad is, so how is he listening to my song? So I was just like, we're nominated. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do with this. And I started to tell you I wasn't gonna perform, but then my mama said, don't do that. I was like, Lord, you just released a song and now this cat is saying you're nominated and then he wants you to perform. I was like, God, what are you preparing me for? My nerves, like I told you, my nerves has been like little roaches all over the place. And I'm just like, whatever it is, the reason he saw to nominate me or ask me to perform, prepare me now. So whatever the mission is, I can understand the assignment and complete the assignment that was designed for Dyvne.
Absolutely. I love it. My brother Darrell.
Yeah, man. For me, it was a few different feelings, but definitely an honor to be nominated and be invited to perform in this showcase. Great feeling when the single released back in October of last year, and then to hear about this and see this, it was like wow. So I think I definitely shared it with my Facebook followers like right away. Of course, then shared it with my mom them and shared it with my lady. So it was a blessing and it still is. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, wow, like I said, just to even be mentioned and thought of and nominated for this and definitely especially the category that I'm with, knowing Pastor Nate, knowing what he brings to the table, knowing 111 and what they bring to the table. It's definitely a blessing. So I was very excited, man, and still excited about it, and definitely looking forward to October.
Absolutely. Listen, I love it. Um, I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to hear everybody. Like when I tell you, I'm excited about hearing just everybody that's going to take. So listen again. Make sure you all get in the building. That's right. Make sure you all get in the building for the Florida Gospel Music Awards, formerly Tampa Bay Gospel Awards Emerging Artist Showcase. Let me tell you something. It's about to be an experience. My brother Montrell Harris, all the way from Tallahassee, will be hosting this encounter. Thank God. Listen, bless Jesus that I have friends that could do stuff that I don't have to do it. All I can do is just sit back and enjoy myself because I always have to. A lot of times I always have to host or MC this stuff. I'm not doing it. Nope. Praise Jesus. So yeah. So make sure you all get in the building. I'm telling y'all, this event is absolutely free. It's absolutely free. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, free. So make sure you all listen. So tell your neighbor, let's pack out this building. Listen, for the Emerging Artist Showcase, I'm telling y'all, listen, bring y'all business cards, bring y'all whatever y'all network. I'm telling y'all, the whole entire weekend, you never know what's going to come out of these events because we had some artists last year who had the opportunity to actually minister for another award show. Some people got connected to another award show outside of the state and all this other stuff. So you just never know what will come out of these events that goes on the entire weekend. So I'm excited. Again, Thursday is Where Are They Now kickoff special with some of our past winners. I'm telling y'all just in for a treat. I'm excited to sit down and chat with a couple of our past winners of our award show. Michael Lee, he won Artist of the Year. LaRue Howard, she won Worship Leader of the Year. Jay Williams won Artist of the Year. J.E. White, she was our very first female Artist of the Year. When we first launched our award show, she was our first winner. We have Janelle, who won choir director, y'all. Like Janelle is a bad choir director. So definitely shout out to her. My girl Phyllis Wong, she won Artist of the Year. Bobby Ingram won Artist of the Year, and I think Lady Drina won Radio Announcer of the Year, Radio Host of the Year, as well as she received the Dr. Peppy Hendricks Award of Excellence award. So I'm telling y'all are in for a treat again. Thursday, October the 3rd at 8 p.m. Y'all want to tune in because we might be giving away some tickets. We might be giving away some money, some gift card. You just never know what we're gonna give away. And then of course the prayer breakfast, y'all. Like Kenya, I know if Kenya's still on, she'll tell y'all people. Make sure y'all get there because the toast is amazing. So make sure y'all get there because that's all y'all gonna hear dealing with Kenya. She's gonna talk about the toast for the prayer breakfast. But the prayer breakfast is absolutely amazing, y'all. This is a time where we're gonna have an opportunity for you all to network, to build relationships during the prayer breakfast. We're gonna have food, fun, entertainment. We're gonna have a moment of prayer and intercessory with my brother, Pastor Keontre Porter, as well as hear some amazing artists. And we will be giving out some selected trophies. So, if you have not, we're not going to give them all out during the actual main show, which is that night. But that morning, we will be giving out quite a few awards. So you might want to get in the building. And then y'all come celebrate with us. 10 years of celebration. It's going to be awesome. If you have not registered yet to do red carpet, make sure you all go to the website and register for the red carpet and more information with that. Listen, again, I am your boy, Jorad L. Holmes. I will see y'all soon. But make sure y'all go grab y'all tickets for the Florida Gospel Music Awards 10th year celebration. Tickets available now. MyFloridaGospelMusic.com. Don't y'all wait. I'm telling y'all, don't y'all wait. Go get your tickets right now. Like, soon as we end, y'all go MyFloridaGospelMusic.com and get y'all tickets, or y'all can get them on MyFloridaGMA.com. Because of how Facebook is, we couldn't post our Facebook has banned our actual website, but either or you can you can get tickets. But go get your tickets. If y'all just go to your Google and type in Florida Gospel Music Awards, trust and believe we're gonna come up. So again, I will see y'all next week with my girl Kenya C. Willer. I will see y'all later. Love y'all. Ain't nothing that y'all can do about it, and I don't care what y'all try. If y'all try to do something, it ain't gonna work. Okay, because I love y'all. I will see y'all next week. Deuces.